Hi there, I'm Jessica Drossin and I create textures and overlays and actions for photographers. Today I'm going to show you how I decided to edit this photo of Laura. We were actually in a really green, pretty setting. However, in my head, I wanted to take this image someplace else. I decided that the wistful look on her face and holding the leaf, it kind of took me someplace else in my head, and I decided that I wanted to add sky behind her and a rainbow. So this is how I transformed this horizontal image into one that's a little more square. First thing I did was I went to Image, Canvas Size, and I first made sure that the original canvas was in the lower position so that new canvas would be added above it. And I picked the canvas extension color to be white, and I added, say, change the height to being about 69 inches, and I say OK. Now you can see I have new canvas above her. Now I'd also like to add a little more canvas below her elbow. So again, I'm going to go to Image, Canvas Size, and now I select the button up here so that my arrows are pointing down, and I'm going to say, let's see, how about 73.5. Okay, so now I've got a little bit of image to work with below and a little bit of image, or a lot of image actually, to work with above her. So first thing, people had asked that I include the grass in the Force of Nature set. So first of all, grabbing the grass. It's a ping file, which means that it is transparent. So you simply will take it and dump it right on top of your image. And you will want to place it how you think it looks best. I'm going to enlarge it a little bit. I just used the scale tool, but you can do it a number of ways. The next thing I'm going to do is create a way for me to see sky. So for this image, I'm going to select my lasso tool. In the previous tutorial, I showed you how to do it with a magic wand. In this one, we're going to show you how to use it with a lasso, which works a lot better when you have a very low f-stop, as I did here. So I'm going to just sort of roughly go around these areas in my foreground. And then I'll clean it up later with a brush. As you can see, I'm using a feather of about 30. I would recommend anything from 25 to probably around 45 for something like this. The next thing I'm going to do is pull up one of my clouds from the cloud pack. I decided to go with Billows Dirty. Here it is. And I'm dragging that into the file. For Photoshop users, you just need to hit that quick mask tool now. If you're an Elements person, you're going to need to go in there and you're going to actually have to do some erasing. I unclicked the mask from its layer, and I'm going to position this layer as I would like to see it. I'm going to enlarge the clouds, slightly bigger clouds. Continue. We're going to do this a couple of times. Okay, and I'm now going to go in and tweak my mask. I'm changing my flow and my opacity to 100%. I'm getting out a big brush. Oops, wrong color. Whenever you're working a mask, white shows what's in the layer, black hides it. So I want to be using my white. And there you go. Okay. And let's see, I'm going to move my clouds up a little bit. There we go. And I'm going to just go in now in this area. You can see, again, I have the white brush selected. I'm going in with low opacity, low flow, and I'm going to go and just do some cleaning up around her hair and her shoes, etc. Since this is a tutorial and we don't have a lot of time, I'm just going to breeze through this really quickly. I'm going to allow a little bit of this background to show up. And I don't know if you can hear my children playing in the backyard, but they are having a good time. I'm trying to keep my focus. Here we go. I'm just kind of giving it a real soft blend very quickly. If I was doing this for real, I would take a little more time. But anyway, there you go. That's going to be enough, I think, just to give you the general gist of how I did this. Now, obviously the clouds are shot at a different f-stop than my image, so what I'm going to do is select the super duper soft cloud action from the JD Clouds bonus actions, and make sure that I'm selecting my cloud, and then I'm going to hit the play button, and there we go. That softens up the whole look for us. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do is grab my rainbow. And I'm going to use this rainbow, full rainbow number 2. And now I am going to place it in this image. Now because it's black, you're going to go ahead and select screen. So there it is in screen mode. And what I'm going to do now is just do some basic overall adjustments. This is not included in Force of Nature, but these are just some of my own actions that I'll probably be releasing at some point this summer. They haven't been tested yet, but here is what I used when I was doing that particular photo. I used, let's see, soft bright pop and some soft saturation, a little contrast. Cut that down a little bit to about 54%. Maybe take a little bit out of the bright pop as well. Okay. And now I think I also would like to have some color adjustments. So I'm going to use Retro Summer to give it some warmth and sort of a vintage feel. And then I'm also going to use Beautiful X, which is just has another really great dreamy cross-process sort of feel to it. Lastly, I'm going to put in some light beams. So again, I'm going back to the Force of Nature light effects area, and I am going to go into the beams, and I'm going to select dust rays, open this, and I'm going to drag it right into my file. Now it's pointed the wrong way, so I'm going to go into my Force of Nature bonus actions, and I'm going to flip it horizontally. I'm telling you to make sure that you have that layer selected, and I do. And now, because again, this layer is against black, we're going to use the screen mode. And you can see there are light rays, light beams now hitting her. And you can do whatever you like. You can angle these, you can lower the opacity. What I'm going to do is mask them a little bit. So I'm creating a quick mask down here. And again, I don't want areas to show. I'm going to be taking away areas, so I paint with my black brush right in here. If you're an Elements user, you will just have to do some erasing. So I am getting rid of some of that, just a little bit of that beam here. All right. Maybe I'll do a little pop contrast. Let's see. Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I hope that was helpful. Basically, that was how I edited that particular shot. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.